In Yangzhou City, Lin's house, in a simple and clean room, Lin Hai stared at a portrait in a daze. The portrait is of a woman. The woman is very beautiful. Her eyes are like autumn water. It is surprising that this beautiful woman actually has a monster on her shoulders. This monster is like a snake. It's not a snake, it has the appearance of a dragon, it's very strange, and it's hard to forget just by looking at it. Menghe, Xiaofeng has finally grown up, he inherited your martial spirit, now maybe he doesn't know what this martial spirit means, but when his martial spirit awakens, he will understand that his mother inherited it. What a great talent he is. When a waste martial spirit becomes an unparalleled twin martial spirit, what a shock it will bring. Lin Hai muttered to himself while standing in front of the portrait, with a ray of affection in his eyes. They may all think I forgot, but I never forgot. When Xiaofeng's martial soul awakens, I will tell him everything. One day, I will let him step into the imperial city. Lin Hai's eyes showed strong persistence. He also hesitated. If Lin Feng was always as cowardly as before, he would let Lin Feng be an ordinary person and spend his life, but now, he sees hope in Lin Feng, he believes, with the obsession in Lin Feng's eyes, he will definitely be able to awaken his martial soul. Lin Feng naturally didn't know about his mother, that is, there was no information about his mother in the memory he inherited, and Lin Hai never told him, so he didn't even know what kind of spirit the little snake was. Abolishing Lin Heng, Lin Feng's heart suddenly became extraordinarily relaxed, as if the knot in his heart was unraveled. Perhaps this is because the residual obsession of the previous Lin Feng disappeared. After all, the previous Lin Feng was killed by Lin Heng. He didn't leave immediately, Lin Feng was going to practice in Fengyun Gorge. Everyone who entered Fengyun Gorge came to fight. Even if he didn't take the initiative to provoke others, he believed that some people would come to fight him. It's you. Thinking of this, an indifferent voice came immediately. Lin Feng looked towards the voice and saw a graceful figure. Although he couldn't see his figure alone made people fascinated. Lin Feng was a little puzzled. This man had a mask on his face, so he couldn't see his true face. He didn't know many people in Yanhezong, but Han Man, Xing Yi, and Jingyun were the only ones who knew each other, and this woman obviously it can't be Han Man and Xing Yi, Jingyun's figure is not so seductive. You escaped last time, this time I'll see where you're going. The other party sneered and took out a bow and arrow from behind, making Lin Feng's eyes narrow slightly. He thought of a person, Lu Fei, in the hot spring. The woman, Lin Feng, remembered the name, and Lu Fei's arrow almost killed him. Perhaps knowing that Lin Feng's strength is not weak, Lu Fei directly used the martial arts this time, and Lin Feng immediately felt locked by the opponent's arrow martial arts. The arrow is powerful at long range, and it is difficult to use it at close range. I need to get close to her. Lin Feng's thoughts turned, his feet raised, and he ran in the direction of Lu Fei without any hesitation. Want to attack at close range? Lu Fei sneered, the opened bow and arrow shot out, the wind whistled, and the bowstring also made a humming sound. K. With a soft sound, the long sword on Lin Feng's back was unsheathed. 9-layered waves, thunder sword. With a soft drink, Lin Feng spit out the 9-layered waves from his left hand, rushing forward, weakening the power of the arrows, and if the thunder sword was struck by thunder, it directly split the arrows. Flickering light. The figure didn't stop for a moment, Lin Feng moved forward quickly, and the movements were done in one go, as if he had gone through countless drills. However, Lu Fei not only has a beautiful face, her strength is also very amazing, ranking 8th among the outer disciples. She knew that Lin Feng wanted to attack at close range, and immediately retreated quickly after shooting an arrow. She was good at bowing and arrows, and naturally, she also practiced a high-level movement technique. Therefore, after Lin Feng split the first arrow, the bowstring was opened again, and this time, there were 3 arrows on the bowstring. Goodbye. Lin Feng's figure suddenly turned and shot, and ran towards the woods on the left. Lu Fei's movement skills are very strong, and he doesn't need to be much worse. Although he can approach, it will take time, and this time is enough. Lu Fei has fired several waves of arrows, and he will fire 3 arrows at a time. If there are more waves of 3 arrows, the threat to him is still great. Therefore, Lin Feng changed his plan after seeing 3 arrows on Lu Fei's bowstring and entered the woods, which would greatly affect Lu Fei's strength. Lu Fei can definitely exert the strongest combat power. It seems that I still underestimate the martial arts of the 9th level of Qi martial arts, and it is not so easy to deal with. Lin Feng secretly said in his heart, but he never thought that Lu Fei's own strength would be considered a powerful existence in the 9th level of Qi martial arts. The arrow martial spirit that can lock the breath and the bow and arrow, the long-range power is absolutely terrifying. However, Lin Feng was not discouraged. He believed that as long as Lu Fei dared to follow him into the woods, he would definitely win. Humph. Lu Fei sneered and drank softly from behind. The bow was drawn into a full string, and the humming sound became even stronger. A strong sense of crisis spread. Lin Feng understood that Lu Fei's arrow was about to be shot. The sword in his hand was clenched tightly, and he needed 2 breaths to step into the woods. "Leave me." A domineering voice came out. The sword chi was horizontal, and an extreme sense of crisis came. Lin Feng's forward footsteps stopped abruptly, and he jumped backwards. Boom! The dust flew up, and the ground in front of Lin Feng exploded, and a deep ravine with sword marks appeared. If Lin Feng continued to move forward just now, the sword would have landed on him. Raising his eyes, Lin Feng looked at the man in the tree, wearing a white shirt and holding a long sword. It was he who sent the sword just now. "Junior sister Lu Fei, how did this person offend you? Do you want me to help you solve it?" The man on the tree looked at Lin Feng contemptuously, and said casually, in his eyes, "Lin Feng is always an ant, wanting to pinch to death. It can be pinched to death." As long as Lu Fei nodded, he can kill Lin Feng immediately, even if the sect prohibits it, because Lin Feng and his status are too different. Inner sect disciple. Lin Feng saw the inner sect logo on the other's clothes, and Yu reading www.yuyukanshu.com felt icy in his heart. Such an inner sect disciple, he would do it if he said he would do it. As long as he reacted a little slower, he would be beheaded on the spot. "Yu Hao, I don't need you to take care of my affairs." The arrow in Lu Fei's hand didn't shoot out. It wasn't because she was kind to forgive Lin Feng, it was just because Yu Hao pursued her, but she didn't care about Yu Hao, so she didn't do it because she didn't want to owe Yu Hao anything. Putting away her martial soul, Lu Fei hung the bowstring on her shoulders and said to Lin Feng, "Fortunately, you'd better not run into me next time, or you won't have the good luck today." After speaking, Lu Fei turned around and left without stopping. "Lu Fei, why are you doing this?" Yu Hao shook his head, and immediately walked away without even looking at Lin Feng. Boom! Another explosion sounded, and a deep sword mark appeared in front of Lin Feng. "Fortunately for your kid, next time I see you angering Lu Fei, I will kill you." Yu Hao's voice came from a distance. Lin Feng stood there, motionless. Even though the tyrannical sword chi exploded in front of him just now, he did not frown. Lu Fei thinks she is powerful, so she wants to kill him just because he stayed in the hot spring of Yixianshan for a while. Yu Hao is an inner disciple with strong strength, and there is no reason for him. He almost killed him directly. Come in a short period of time in this world, Lin Feng completely realized what it means to be respected by the strong. "Yu Hao, the moment I set foot in the spirit martial realm was when I took your sword." Lin Feng took a deep look at the 2 sword marks on the ground. A sharp light flashed in his eyes, then turned around and left. He believes that with his talent, this day will not be too far away.